The next topic of discussion, as per the syllabus we have, it has Z transform. Now you are all aware of the word transforms, and we have already discussed. You must have discussed in the earlier semester about the three types of transforms, right? One of the transform which is most common and familiar one is Laplace transform. The second one, what you people must have learned, is Fourier transform, right? So the background of this particular transform comes from the integral transform. If you observe minutely the definition of the Laplace transform or the Fourier transform, they involve the integral from the limit 0 to infinity, or from the limit minus infinity to infinity. Moreover, in the Fourier transform, you should have the function as the periodic function, and therefore we calculate the Fourier cosine transform and Fourier sine transform. In case of Laplace transform, there is a function which is introduced. You calculate the Laplace transform of the function f of x or f of t. And how should that function should be? That function should be continuous, and then only there is a possibility of calculation of the transform, that is Laplace transform and the Fourier transform. So basically these two particular transforms are derived from the integral transform. Why I am calling it as an integral transform? Because they involve the integral sign in them, or the integration part is to be taken over for the particular function, and therefore उनका जो मेन ट्रांसफॉर्म है जिस पर से ये डिड्यूस किए जाते हैं या डिराइव किए जाते हैं, that transform is called as an integral transform. In that integral transform, you go on changing certain functions, जिसको mathematical term में kernel बोला जाता है. If a kernel is changed and limits of integration are changed, you get a different kind of transforms. So one of the transform which was generated is Laplace. The second one which is generated and we have learned in our syllabus is Fourier transform. ऐसा और एक ट्रांसफॉर्म होता है जिसको बोला जाता है हैंकेल ट्रांसफॉर्म, और एक ट्रांसफॉर्म है जिसको बोला जाता है मेलिन ट्रांसफॉर्म, हिल्बर्ट ट्रांसफॉर्म. All these kind of transforms are part of integral transform. From integral transform, these are derived. How they are derived? By changing the limits of integration and changing certain function which is called as kernel. Now our point of discussion is Z transform. This is altogether a different kind of transform. Z transform का function से या integral से कुछ भी लेना देना नहीं है. Z transform is again one of the kind of transform which is applicable not to the function, not to the continuous function, rather it is applicable to the sequence or the discrete terms. Now what do you understand by the discrete system or the sequence? डिस्क्रीट का सिस्टम का मतलब है बाइनरी सिस्टम के साथ भी उसका कंपैरिजन अपन कर सकते हैं. All of you know that computer understands the language 0 and 1. Binary language में only two possibilities are there. Either 0 is there or 1 is there, right? So कभी कभार positive output के लिए we say that it is 1, negative output के लिए it is 0. AND gate, NAND gate, OR gate वगैरह आपने शायद पढ़ा होगा in your electronic subject. So what kind of analysis this is? We call it as discrete. Right now we have completed with the unit of probability and we know what the discrete random variable is. Discrete random variable is countable numbers, right? So accordingly, for the discrete system or discrete analysis, where we are talking about the numbers or the integers, Z transform comes into the picture. So initially, this is particularly the introduction of the unit Z transform and building of the base for the thorough understanding that why this particular unit is to be learned, especially for the people belonging to mechanical engineering or electrical engineering or electronics and telecommunication engineering, because nowadays many a times we see that there is interdisciplinary program or course running out, right? Initially कैसे रहता था कि only mechanical people used to deal with the various machines and all. You people are only restricted to the working on the circuits and the analysis. But now you people also have to learn the coding or the programming, because everything is clubbed together with what we call it as an interdisciplinary course or a program. So for every engineer belonging to the computer engineering, may it be IT, may it be electronics or electronics, telecommunication or mechanical, this particular transform, apart from the transforms which we learned for the continuous functions, again plays a very, very important role. So major bifurcation or categorization of this transform and the others are applicable to function. This is applicable to the sequence or a discrete system. Discrete system which associates it with the integers, right? Now integers can be positive as well as negative. So we see that in detail. So basic difference जो है वो clear हो गया क्या कि लैपलास किसके लिए applicable होता है, लैपलास किस पर से derive होता है, लैपलास is obtained from integral transform. अलग अलग ट्रांसफॉर्म्स है उसमें भी, इंटीग्रल में फोरियर, लैपलास, हिल्बर्ट, मेलिन, हैंकेल एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. यहाँ पर दिस इज कंप्लीटली अ सेपरेट डोमेन, अलग ही पूरा रीजन है जिसके लिए Z ट्रांसफॉर्म अप्लाई किया जाता है. So Z transform plays an important role in discrete analysis as Laplace transform works in continuous system or a function. Z transform operates not on function of continuous arguments but on sequence or series of the discrete integer valued arguments. Plus minus 1 plus minus 2. So Z transform will always operate on the discrete or integer valued arguments. A discrete system is expressible as a difference equation and hence its solutions are found using Z transform. Always it is seen that a discrete system is nothing but a combination of the difference terms of the terms involving the differences. So therefore the equation which is containing or the differences between the previous term and the next term, so therefore that is termed as a difference equation, and Z transform is mostly used to find the solution or to get the solution of such kind of difference equation. If you compare there, Laplace transform is applicable to find the solution of the differential equation, integral differential equation or integral equation, because integration is involved there, because differential equation ka solution nikalna means integration is required and definition of Laplace transform involves the integration. Here Z transform will involve the discrete arguments and difference equation contains the difference of the discrete terms. Therefore, solution of difference equation will be surely obtained with the help of the Z transform. So Z transform is usually double-sided. Double-sided means it runs over integers. Now, how are integers? Integers are positive as well as negative. Means on the left of 0, you have the negative numbers and on the right of 0, you have the positive numbers. So how that Z transform works? Z transform is usually taken sum over integers. That means it is a double-sided region. The region for the Z transform to be calculated is double-sided. It is complete real number line, negative number, 0 and positive number. So with respect to your particular branch, in context of signals processing, it is almost one of the three things where Z transform is usually applied, or we get the discrete system of signals and which are to be processed. One of them is signal, another one is response to LTI filter, where LTI is called as linear time invariant, cross or auto correlation function. The generating function which is usually applied is to the arbitrary sequence. Just now what I was speaking about, the research on one-dimensional wave equation is going on in the current trend as a current trend to be converted to Z domain. See, one-dimensional wave equation you must have learnt in partial differential equation, wherein we have to solve the one-dimensional wave equation which involves the two parameters. One of them is a temperature function, right? But now it is the research work or the search is going on that how this one-dimensional wave equation will be worked out in a Z domain. Now what is Z domain? The region of convergence for the Z transform is associated with the complex number. अभी अपन आएंगे वो definition पे. So complex number is nothing but is working in the Z plane or the Z domain. So all such kind of partial differential equations also are being worked out in the Z domain. Z domain is nothing but the working in the Z transform system where the complex number Z is containing or it belongs to the Z domain. So along with the mechatronics, which is a combination of mechanical, electronics and computing subsystem. For safety in the industries, we always have to be with a strong system wherein we should design, analyze and monitor the system, and all such discrete system where frequency domain is required, we should go with the formulation of the description of the system, and that helps us for the stability and the security in terms of or in terms of maintenance for the big industries or the workshops. The discrete time domain is important. Now why it is, now Z transform is revolving all around the discrete time domain. Now why this discrete time domain is important? It is important because most data collected during the process analysis consists of samples at points in the time separated by constant interval. See, signals and systems or signal processing is one of the part which involves the transfer of the data from one point to the other. Suppose I am speaking, I am in connection with you. That doesn't mean that my voice is getting through wires. The signals are emitted on a, they are received at the recipient side, and then the interpretation or the analysis is done. So custom algorithms are implemented digitally. Concepts like white noise or delta function or the pulses are realizable in this particular domain of discrete analysis. Now why does this digital control system is required? For command tracking, disturbance rejection, parameter sensitivity which reduce the effect of variations, and the upcoming sunrise technology, what we call it as artificial intelligence or intelligent system. So this is all involves the knowledge of this is all involving the knowledge of discrete time domain. Why I'm consistently talking on the discrete time domain? Because it is directly or indirectly related to the Z transform, because I am going to require, I am going to define the transform which is applicable for the sequence or which is applicable for the discrete system. Discrete system of the sequence is nothing but the dealing with the numbers, positive numbers, negative numbers and zero. Positive integers and negative integers, what we call. But in our syllabus, usually I will be dealing with the positive numbers only. So our definition of the Z transform will always be relevant to the right-sided Z transform or one-sided Z transform. Why it is called as right-sided Z transform or one-sided Z transform? Because I will be dealing only with zero and numbers on the right of zero. I will be neglecting the numbers on the left of zero. That means the negative integers. I will be only talking about the numbers starting from zero and the numbers on the right hand side of zero. So to start with the definition of the Z transform, I should first understand the meaning of sequence. क्योंकि मैंने अभी बोला था कि Z transform is applicable for the sequence. It is not for the continuous system, rather it is for the discrete. It is applicable for the sequence of the discrete arguments or integer valued arguments. So how do we define a sequence or how do we denote a sequence? A sequence is usually denoted by constant number k or n. Most of the times you can see the number as n in place of k. So numbers are usually denoted by the constant quantities like n, k, m, p, etc. Variables का usual notation क्या होता है? x, y, z, right? So sequence which is f of k. And how to distinguish between a function and a sequence? Obviously there is a change in the variable or the alphabet or the notation. but sequence are usually written in the curly bracket. So how to read this particular quantity? I will read this particular quantity as sequence f of k. Yeah, sequence f of k. F suffix k. It is also one of the notation to denote the sequence. या sequence fn या sequence f of n ऐसा भी बोलेंगे इसको. So how it will be written in the curly bracket. Curly bracket में लिखेंगे f of n. So it is nothing but sequence fn. So it is an ordered list of real or complex numbers. Now sequence को कैसे पहचानना है? Sequence is always nothing but the ordered list of real or complex numbers. Suppose I say that f of k is a sequence which is given by 1 upon 3 to the power k. तो ये sequence यानी क्या रहेगा? It will be a set of numbers. Ordered list of numbers and a set of numbers. Set is always written in the curly bracket. अभी k का वैल्यू क्या क्या हो सकता है? Just now I saw it is over the 0, positive integers and negative integers. So 1 upon 3 to the power minus 3, 1 upon 3 to the power minus 2, ये लेफ्ट हैंड साइड में अप टू इंफिनिटी तक भी जा सकता है. Then it will be 1 upon 3 to the power 0, जिसका वैल्यू क्या आता है? 1. Then on the right hand side we have the positive numbers. 1 upon 3 to the power 1, 1 upon 3 to the power 2, 1 upon 3 to the power 3, and this value can go up to infinity. So this is how we can calculate the value of the sequence, or and we can say that we can arrange or obtain the ordered list of numbers which can be either real or complex. ये जो होता है k is equal to 0 वाला value, this denotes the term in the 0th position. अगर इसको मेरे को डिनोट करना है in the terms of f, so what it will be? f0, f of -1, f of -2, f of 1, f of 2. I told you it will be the sequence f suffix k. So k at -1 will give you 3 to the power -1. K at 0 will give you 1 upon 3 to the power 0. So this particular arrow denotes the middle point or terms in the 0th position or at the 0th position. So this is how in general a sequence is defined. What is sequence? Sequence is the ordered list of numbers which can be real or complex. Ordered list of numbers is always written in the form of set. Set is denoted by the curly brackets. Curly brackets में जो भी numbers लिखे जाएंगे, those are called as elements, and those elements are nothing but the terms in the sequence. क्या बोला जाएगा उसको? Terms in the sequence. And terms in the sequence at 0th position, वो position को arrow से denote किया जाता है in a particular set. So with this background of sequence, now I am able to define the definition or get the definition for the Z transform. As I said, usual notation used for the sequence is n. So let fn be the sequence defined for all positive integers n. As I am saying again and again, we will be restricting on one-sided or right-sided Z transform, because in our discussion I will always start my series or sequence from 0 as well as positive numbers. What is the upper limit for the positive number? The upper limit for the positive number is infinity. So it is defined for all the positive integers n. Then Z transform of sequence f of n is defined as Laplace transform operator was denoted by capital L. Z transform operator will be denoted by capital Z. Z of not a function, Z of a sequence. How is sequence? F of n. And integral is now replaced in case of discrete as summation. So how it is taken as summation n equal to 0 to infinity. N कहां से कहां वेरी हो रहा है? पॉजिटिव इंटीजर्स. 0 to infinity f of n multiplied by z to the power minus n. This small z is a complex number, arbitrary complex number. This capital Z is the Z transform operator. So whatever Z transform of the sequence we have to calculate, that sequence should be multiplied by Z to the power minus n, which is ultimately a function or answer in the form of Z called as capital F of Z. वहां पर आपका आंसर किसमें मिलता था लैपलास में? पैरामीटर S. We used to denote after the integral whatever is the outcome or the resultant as f bar of s or capital F of s. Here it will be denoted by capital F of small z. Small z is nothing but the complex number, where z is an arbitrary complex number provided this infinite series convergence. Meaning of convergence is the value exists. The RHS, whichever functions or the terms RHS contains, that particular series should converge. Means should give you a finite quantity as the answer. In that case, I will say that this fulfills the definition, or this is the definition of a Z transform for a particular sequence f of n. So in nutshell, Z transform of any sequence is summation n equal to 0 to infinity f of n into z to the power minus n. Resultant is f of z, where small z is series. Abhi how this series will be generated? You put n equal to 0, you get the term f of 0 into z to the power minus 0. Summation means plus. n equal to 1 आएगा, f of 1 into z to the power minus 1 plus f of 2 into z to the power minus 2 plus dot up to infinity. So that is how we are generating the infinite series. And therefore here they are saying that this means it is giving you the particular value, a finite quantity as the answer. This is known as Z transform. क्योंकि मैं 0 और 0 के राइट हैंड साइड में जा रहा हूं. If this series starts two-sided Z transform, but in our syllabus we have to restrict ourselves to one-sided or right-sided Z transform. Outcome or output after taking the Z transform of the sequence is denoted by capital F of Z. Capital Z denotes the transform operator. Understand by Z domain, complex number working in whatever region. Suppose but the coordinates in the XY axis. वैसे ही complex number is always represented in the complex plane or the Argand plane, which we call it as a Z domain. What is Z? Z is nothing but the complex number over here. So Z domain जो word use किया था मैंने in the application of the research which is going on for the one dimensional wave equation, that Z domain is nothing but Z which is the notation for the complex number exists. That region or domain is called as a Z domain. It is no more a Cartesian coordinate x comma y. It becomes a complex number. So or resultant is expressed as capital F of Z or F bar. और bracket curly bracket represents the sequence. So लिखते वक्त अपने को we have to write down the sequence in the curly bracket. But or sequence f of n, right? If sequence f of n or fn is reached to form of this sequence f of n will be n into z to the power minus n, and it is called as two-sided Z transform. Just now I spoke about it. Two-sided Z transform. The inverse. Now see, whenever we talk about the Z transform is given, if Z transform of the sequence is written as capital F of Z, then Z inverse, which is the inverse operator of F of Z, will give you in turn the sequence f of n. So z inverse of f of z will give you the answer in the form of the sequence. जैसे वहां पर Laplace inverse of f bar of s is supposed to give you the answer as function f of t or f of x, right? If f of n is equal to 0 for n less than 0, this particular sequence is called as a casual sequence. What do you understand by casual sequence? Value of sequence is 0 for all negative numbers. For n less than 0, the value of sequence is 0. We say that particular sequence as a casual sequence. This can be a very important question, logically conceptual based MCQ type of question, where we have to identify that what can be the casual sequence. Clear? So this is all regarding the Z transform, the symbols or the notations which are associated with the Z transform. Now in between we have heard the word infinite series on the RHS converges. As I said, converges means, yeah, convergence means we have to check whether the value exists or not, or the series is giving you the finite quantity as the answer or not. In the unit or in the topic complex number, function of complex variable z, where z is equal to x plus iy, आपने देखा होगा modulus of z is given by under root of x square plus y square. So finally this is converted to a equation of a circle. If you remember, in a theory of function of complex variable where z is a complex number x plus iy, mod z gives you under root of x plus y square. So x square plus y square is equal to r square. Mod z is equal to r represents the equation of a circle with center as origin and radius equal to r. So what is the interpretation geometrically for the mod z? Mod z का interpretation geometrically होता है in the form of a circle, right? Circle who test the or check the convergence of the given z transform. So value of z for which the z transform converges, that means the series on the right hand side tends to a finite value, is called the region of convergence. Suppose I have one circle with center at origin, then I can denote this as a pair of concentric circle in the z plane, which is written as mod z greater than a less than b. So greater than a यानी ये वाला region, less than b यानी inside it. So in a case of two-sided z transform, sequence is two-sided, the region of convergence is bounded by two concentric circles. One of the circle is mod z equal to a, अभी मैंने बोला circle whose center is origin and radius equal to a, and another circle mod z equal to b, which is circle with center at origin and b is greater than a is less than b is greater than a. In that case we say that a less than mod z less than b. This is how we can draw the concentric circles with the respective radii. But as I am discussing, either the possibility will be mod z greater than a or possibility will be mod z less than a. It will never lie in between two, because मेरा one sided ही है z transform, two sided नहीं है. So for the right sided sequence, mod z equal to a. For the left sided sequence, mod z will be less than a, that is a portion which lies inside the given circle for the calculation of the portion. I hope this much part is clear to everybody. This is all